Have you ever checked into a hotel, tired after a long journey, and just wanted to crash in your room? You take the key, head to the elevator, and something feels off. This isn't just a story about a bad hotel stay. This is about a room that, according to the hotel, doesn't even exist. It's a place whispered about in online forums and by late-night hotel staff, a glitch in the architectural matrix. They call it the Phantom Suite, the room that isn't on any floor. The story always starts the same way. A weary traveler, maybe a business person on a tight schedule, or a family on a road trip, arrives late at night at a grand old hotel. One of those places with a long history, marble floors, and a faint smell of polish and the past. They check in, and the front desk clerk, often described as looking a bit distracted or tired, hands them a key card or an old-fashioned brass key. The number on it might be something unusual, like room 1313, or maybe something completely innocuous, like room 427. The guest, not thinking much of it, thanks them and heads toward the elevators. This is where the first strange detail emerges. They glance at the hotel directory, the beautifully framed map next to the elevator bank. They scan the floor plans, looking for their room number, but it's nowhere to be found. The fourth floor might list rooms 401 to 426, and then jump straight to 428. Or maybe floor 13 is missing entirely. A common superstition, yet they hold a key for a room on that very floor. Shrugging it off as a misprint or an old map, they get into the elevator. They press the button for their floor. The doors close. The soft music plays, but the journey up feels odd. Some say the elevator seems to stutter or slow down between floors. Others report that the digital display flickers, showing floors that don't exist, like a floor 0 or a floor 14 in a 12-story building, just for a split second. When the doors finally slide open, they step into a hallway that feels just a little too quiet. The air is still and cool. They start walking, following the signs, but the hallway seems to stretch on longer than it should. The carpet pattern might subtly change, or the paintings on the wall might become more abstract and unsettling the closer they get to their room. The numbers on the doors progress normally, and then there it is, the room that wasn't on the map, tucked away at the end of a corridor or in an unexpected alcove. With a deep breath, they unlock the door and step inside. The room itself is usually unremarkable. It's clean, well kept, with a neatly made bed, a desk, and a television. But the silence is the first thing that hits them. It's not just quiet, it's a heavy, muffled silence, as if the room is insulated from the entire world. Sounds from the hallway are non-existent, and the usual city hum from outside is completely gone. Curious, they walk over to the window. This is where the real feeling of unease begins to creep in. They part the curtains and look out, but the view is wrong. It's a cityscape, yes, but it's not the one they know. The buildings are unfamiliar. The skyline is different. And sometimes the cars on the streets below look strangely dated. It's as if they're looking out at a different city, or maybe even a different time. Feeling a bit disoriented, they decide to call the front desk to ask about the strange view or maybe order room service. They pick up the phone, but there's no dial tone. It's completely dead. Not a busy signal, not static, just absolute silence. Their cell phone, no service, not one bar. They're completely cut off. The TV might turn on, but it only shows static or a single looping black and white clip of something mundane, like a water fountain or a swinging pendulum. The unease turns into a quiet panic. They try the door, and thankfully, it opens. They haven't been locked in, but the desire to get out, to return to the normal, familiar world of the hotel, becomes overwhelming. They don't spend the night. No one ever spends the entire night. They grab their bags and hurry back down the impossibly long hallway, practically running to the elevator. As they descend, everything seems to return to normal. The soft music in the elevator sounds cheerful again, and when the doors open into the bustling lobby, the relief is immense. They march straight to the front desk, ready to demand an explanation, and this is the final, chilling twist in the tale. They approach the desk, maybe even see the same clerk who checked them in. They explain the situation, the weird room, the dead phone, the wrong view. The clerk just gives them a blank, polite stare. "I'm sorry, sir," they'll say, "but we have no record of you checking in tonight." The guest insists, showing them the key. The clerk examines it and shakes their head. "This is one of our keys, but it hasn't been programmed for a guest. And the room number you mentioned, we don't have a room 427 in this hotel." They check the computer system. There's no reservation under the guest's name, no charge to their credit card. According to the hotel's records, they were never there. Their entire experience has been erased, defeated and confused. The guest eventually leaves. Sometimes the hotel finds them another, perfectly normal room. Other times, they just flee into the night, finding another place to stay. But the experience leaves a mark. For days, even weeks afterward, they report a lingering sense of disorientation. They might get lost in their own neighborhood, or feel like they are slightly out of sync with the world around them. It's a feeling of being disconnected, as if a small part of them was left behind in that phantom room. So, what is this room? Is it a ghost, pocket dimension, a glitch in reality? Some theories suggest it's a place that exists between the folds of time and space, accessible only under specific, unknown conditions. Others believe it's a form of psychological experiment, though how it could be pulled off so flawlessly is a mystery. Hotel insiders, when they speak of it at all, do so in hushed tones. They might mention old wings of the hotel that were sealed off decades ago, or stories of architects who designed impossible, Escher-like spaces into the blueprints as a private joke. Whatever the explanation, the legend of the Phantom Suite serves as a chilling reminder. Next time you check into a hotel and the hallway seems a little too long, or the silence in your room feels a little too deep, you might want to check the map. You might just be the next guest in the room that isn't there. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any similar stories, or have ever had a strange hotel experience, share it in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more dives into the unexplained. Stay curious and stay safe in your travels.